There are times in life when we feel exhausted. We think, what's the point of trying anymore? But sometimes, what we do in a moment of discouragement ends up deciding our entire life. This is the story of a carpenter and the last house he built. There was a carpenter who had worked for more than 30 years for a large construction company. He was diligent, honest, and meticulous down to every detail. The houses he built were always solid and beautiful, as if he were building them for himself. Everyone admired and respected him.
But as time passed, age and years of hard labor wore him down. One day he went to see the owner and said, "Sir, I think it's time for me to retire. I want to spend the rest of my time with my family and enjoy my old age." The owner listened, a little sad, but smiled kindly. "I understand. You've given so much, but please help me one last time. Build just one more house for me, and then you may retire." The carpenter hesitated. In his heart, he only wanted to finish and be done, but out of respect, he nodded and agreed. From that day on, he began working, but he was no longer the devoted craftsman he once was.
He chose cheaper wood, cut corners, and hammered nails carelessly. The paint wasn't dry, yet he ignored the flaws. The roof tiles weren't aligned, and he said, "Ah well, good enough." Day by day the house took shape, but in his eyes it was just a temporary, meaningless task. He only wished to finish quickly so he could rest. Finally, after many weeks, the house was completed. It wasn't terrible, but it lacked a soul. The carpenter looked back at it feeling relieved, mixed with a hint of guilt. On the day of the handover, the owner came. After looking around, he turned back and handed the carpenter a small key. "This is my gift to you. The house is your retirement reward." That story makes us reflect on our own lives. How many times have we worked just to get it done, thinking no one notices, no one truly values the effort? Yet sometimes we fail to realize everything we do, even the smallest thing, is actually building the house of our own life. Every action, every choice, every attitude is a brick in the house called life. If we do things carelessly today, tomorrow we will be the ones living in the result. The carpenter never got another chance to fix that house, but he learned a profound lesson. His value didn't lie in the job others assigned him, but in how he did it and with what mindset. From that day on, even though he no longer sawed wood or drove nails, he lived differently. He taught his children and grandchildren, "Whatever you do, do it as if it were the last thing you'll ever do in your life, because in the end, you will live inside what you create." And perhaps all of us are building such a house, the house of our journey, our values, our very selves. Don't let exhaustion or disappointment make us careless, because every day, every task, every choice is a part of that house. And one day, when we look back on our lives, we will see we are living among the things we ourselves have built.